I'm going to have lots of people around me that are probably going to push me over that line. But there's still that scarcity inside that makes me think, am I actually going to be able to like do this when my body does suddenly shut down or some medical event happen? Like, I don't know. My name is Philip Ledley. I'm currently 22 and I have a business called Cesium, which is wellness orientated, and I make saw wax candles using essential oils, and on March 7th I'm running 100 kilometers for mental health. I mean, I would describe myself as someone who's loyal, hardworking, confident to some extent. Obviously, that's grown over time, and there's days where I don't feel as confident. I'm someone who likes to go through struggle and carry that weight so no one else has to.
He's the guy you'd expect to push you and himself at the same time.
He's super genuine. Like, every time you talk to him, I feel like he really wants to talk to you. I just feel like he really, really means, like, everything he does. Yeah, I feel like he's super just down to earth and super empathetic and, yeah, just super genuine.
Ever since I've known Phil, he's always been up for a challenge and always been interested in growing himself, both physically and mentally. Organizing an event to run 100K for mental health fits his personality perfectly. I think that's just kind of in his core personality.
I'm either recovering from the training or I'm training, eating quite a lot, stress, more than usual as well. I definitely didn't know how much organising this event would take.
Phil's quite young to be doing all of this, and that's not a bad thing, that's a good thing.
A lot of personal reflection goes on, like when I'm by myself, particularly when doing exercise. I don't like to listen to music or anything like that. For example, yesterday when I'm on a bike ride and just said thoughts about the world and life, and yes, I express those to people around me, but I think that's when I get into deep thought when I'm just by myself.
How many days out? 14. 14 days out, baby. That's so good.
His life is wrapped around his training in many ways.
He signed up to do Crush the Cargill, this race we go up and down it. My dad runs, and he saw me and Dad the week before, and we said to him, "Oh, how many laps of Mount Cargill are you going to do?" And he's like, "I don't know. I'm just going to turn up and have a crack."
I don't know how much you can hear me right now, but currently, I don't know if it's on the show. Hold up, it's on the show. 7 hours, 5 minutes deep in this run, and I'm shattered. Got about 4 more Ks to go.
And I checked my Strava the next day at like 7 p.m. at night, and he just did an ultra marathon. He just did 55 Ks, and the day before he was like, "I don't know, I'll just see how it goes." That's pretty Phil.
Yeah.
That's very Phil.
Before deciding to go with Mitey, I jumped on a Zoom call with Jane Keeley, who is the head of coaching and development at Mitey. I just asked her open, honest questions like, "Hey, where is this money going? And what's your long-term goals with this charity?" I loved everything that she was saying in regards to that, and put me with confidence that their mission and vision is long-term and is going to be really impactful.
Sometimes it's actually connection with people that people need, that actually too much alone time doesn't help them.
For anyone who watches, it's such a difficult physical challenge, but something that if anyone puts their head and heart to, can do it. So it's to show that really if you put in the effort, if you make something a goal and you put in the work to achieve it, then it's possible. So one, it's inspiring, but it's also important to understand the why of the event, the why of running 100Ks around a track. It's not for fun. That won't be fun physically or mentally, but understanding that this race is to raise awareness on mental health as well.
People unfortunately taking their own life, the feelings they're having is making them want to end it and don't know how long it's going to last, which is terrible because no one could put a timeline on that, unfortunately, which sucks. And being trapped in those uncomfortable feelings is probably one of the worst feelings. It's really not nice for people to deal with. And unfortunately, there's no magical pill for it to take it all away. And I've definitely experienced that myself. I'm having to sit in those emotions. When you're in those moments, you're like, I don't want to talk to anyone. It's so hard to get out of that mindset of, let's pick up a phone to talk to a friend. You just want to almost sit and cry in your bed, which most people can probably relate to.
I feel like ever since Phil decided that he was going to go through with this and really train for it, I've noticed that his mentality has gone from simply running to enjoy it into kind of training mode for running. And I've noticed that he's kind of become more locked in on almost the logistical side of both training and then also just organizing and coordinating things. Nothing major in his changes, but I think all kind of a positive growth.
I know what you're thinking. No, I'm not about to rob a bank, but it is so hot and I'm terrible with the heat. So, Kiwi ingenuity at its finest. Got my thermal, which is black, which is not ideal because it absorbs heat. Chucked over here because I forgot my sun hat. We're just doing a bit of mental training today. My body is absolutely, well, not absolutely sore, a bit sore. It's under fatigue, so I'm training it while under fatigue, which can be beneficial. But I'm just taking my time, enjoying it, and just more mental training of the sun and the body a bit sore. But we'll get through it. Let's go. 8 more Ks. I wanted something also that I could train for, and I showed her to the whole, the highs, the lows, document how sometimes it's not just me turning up at the track and running 100 kilometers. It's literally been a 5-month process of training, a lot of organisation, filming, injuries, stress behind the scenes, obviously lots of positives too.
Phil's personality, I wasn't super surprised. I think he's got a lot of grit and determination, so I think 100 Ks makes sense. He's a little bit crazy, so I think doing something crazy sort of fits him well. The fact that he doesn't call himself typically a runner, he came from a football background. Surprising that he wanted to do 100 Ks around the track, but I definitely think he's got the makings to be able to do a really good 100 Ks.
So I ran 50 kilometers before, back in 2023. With a bit of training, it was mostly football fitness. I found it quite challenging. And there's a few reasons why 100 kilometers during very difficult moments, you learn a lot about yourself. I want something that's really going to push me. Also, sounds pretty cool as well. I'm going to be honest, it sounds pretty cool.
He got a bit of a calf injury. That got better and he went and did Crush the Cargill race and he was going really good, and then he did one lap too many, I think.
I'm sure lots of people do this when they go through difficult moments, where particularly physical ones, just think of loved ones and ones you've lost, and doing things that are bigger than yourself. Probably a lot of inner dialogue of just feel like you came here to do this and you've just got to show up and get it done. Just being really simple, but also kind to myself as well. It's going to be a long day. So just being really kind and gentle, Phil, keep going, you're going to get it done.
Get as tall as you can. 179, 0. I do commercial exercise testing. I help set up and run the teaching labs. So effectively what happens is that there's a very, very tiny electrical current, and it's measuring the resistance or the impedance of that very small electrical current. Your economy is probably going to be lower because of your muscle mass, but your muscle mass will drive your VO2. It's VO2 is driven by muscle. So the more muscle you have, the greater your oxygen consumption. But the bigger your body, the more you have to work against gravity in order to use that for running. So you're never going to be a 1 miler because you're physically there's too much body for you to carry. So your economy is going to be lower than that of Sam Roof, for example. But that's not a big deal.
I'm crossing that line unless something medically come up, or I break my legs or something like that. I'm literally crossing that line. My prediction is 14 hours But if it takes me 16, 18 whole day to do, I'm getting it done.
Sometimes they just fit perfect. Like the bottom's way too loose. That's fine. What do we say? We're going to go to 9K an hour. You're on. Yep. Now, would you be running this speed or slower if you were doing your 100K? Okay, that's what I want. No, I want you. That's why I want your slow speed. So I might drop that down to 8. I want.
The most I've run 49K, so I couldn't imagine at the moment doing that again. Yeah, you've got to respect the distance. 100K is a really, really long way, and definitely would need to put some more training in before I even attempt something like that. Yeah.
In terms of the body, I think as long as you've prepared, and I think in this case Phil's done the preparation, he's worked hard with the people around him, the coaches, the nutritional advice and all those things he's been getting. But it's more than just physical load and stress on tendons and the muscular endurance. It's more so about the mental resilience as well. So there's potential for overload of tendons and tendinopathy. There's potential, depending on his participation, the activity he's done beforehand, there's potential for stress reaction, stress fracture, joint soreness, joint stiffness. But I think, mostly it's going to be about just mental resilience and getting through that race.
How many people will show up to this event? Will it be a good event? Am I going to make a fool out of myself? How many people will show up? Will people like it? How well I'll market this event? Probably just a few things like that. Definitely goes on in the mind. But the mind, obviously, I know is a very powerful place, and sometimes can chirp, lies to you as such. So on race day, when I race, how do we go about it? When will I start getting really niggly? When you start getting taped up? When will you need to come to play?
I'd like to think we're more than just sort of first aid. When you need it, there's going to have to be prevention, and I guess you sort of think of hydration,
of course,
carbohydrate loading. You don't just wait until you bonk.
So there's a couple of stretches and things I'll show you that you do to make sure that your glutes are activating, ready to run, that your feet are nice and stable. And so I call them neuro ones because it's not about building strength into it. It's about getting the muscles to actually activate and use at their full control.
Oh, okay.
Go up. Onto that.
Nice. We're going to get you fired up. You watch.
That's cool, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice. Happy days.
Put another 10, 15 on that one. Because it's a lot more intense running with all the jumping that we'll be doing later on in this session, all of this sort of stuff as well. It's just preparing your body in advance so that when you go and do your running, each step's going to be really, really easy compared to this sort of stuff. Especially because you're taking so many damn steps, right?
Yeah.
100Ks, 100,000 steps.
Probably around ballparks.
Yeah, if we can minimize the stress on your body in each of those steps, it adds up quite a lot. Over 100Ks, right? Definitely.
Good morning. About to eat some yummy breakfast. Look at this view. How good. Feeling a bit stressed physically. I feel pretty good. Resting heart rate now is about 38, 39. So getting pretty low and pretty fit as well, which is awesome.
He keeps on surprising me with the things that he does, with his running. And he did a Dunedin half marathon first and then another marathon somewhere, and now him taking on this. I still get surprised and quite impressed, and I think that he's a role model for me, and my brothers always have been.
In regards to my relationships, not being at home as much and being a bit more tired and not having as much energy to share with people, seeing their reaction and they're asking if I'm okay, but I'm kind of too tired to be myself, has been a bit of a struggle with that. And thankfully as well, my family and friends are amazing and they can see that, and I don't think I can thank them enough for what they do for me and how they react, and yet so thoughtful in the way they treat me. Yeah, I'm super grateful for them.
I think he's gotten more independent because he's had to sort of navigate this himself because it's, his own small business. I think that's been cool to see. He's grown confidence and opened up a little bit more.
I think seeing part of his journey definitely makes what he's doing now, you see it in a different light because I know you know what he's been through and you know how much work he puts in, and
do the emphasis of pride and being proud of him.
We're officially 15 hours away from starting the run. Finished off with my 3 days of carb loading. I feel so bloated right now, but it's definitely needed. It's just getting to the start lines and be a nervous part. I'm probably getting to bed. I'll have hours to think and cure those nerves. Once I get going, it'll definitely be fine. So we've got all of it to bring tomorrow. First aid, red support stuff for the team. Cameron who's filming it now, got all this filming stuff because in the morning we can document this, what you're watching now, and just to showcase on my Instagram stories and stuff like that. So, Santa Mine tonight, he's been a big part of the journey. Freaking grateful for him. That's it. Basically, we're going to chill for the rest of the evening now. Not much to do, just chill. Especially chill out the mind, just lower the stress levels. So, just finished up eating my breakfast in the morning. Going to head off in about 3 hours. Probably get there 12:15. Get ready to warm up and then start racing at 1. Now we're just chilling, getting a few things ready while we head off. I want to change 15 Ks. You can tell me why.
Change direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with my hip.
Yeah.
How do I go about that process?
We'll test it twice.
Oh,
now.
cool.
Shouldn't be a problem because it's the same.
I think what I'd say to him on race day is that he's just got to trust in the process. He's done the work, going through the hardship, and sometimes even doing that alone. So I just think he's got to take stock, look around, be present, and just remember the reason why he's there.
Eat a lot of food when your stomach can take it, and take care of your feet and have fun in the pain cave.
What place are you filming? Last. Oh, my feet. Oh my gosh, they're already cooked.
That's you need a hard enough.
I reckon. Have I eaten that banana? I can't remember.
Yeah, you did. Do you want that sandwich?
Yeah, I'll take a bit now. Just chuck it in my mouth. Thank you. What? Water. I keep moving.
For anyone who watches, it's such a difficult physical challenge, but something that if anyone puts their head and heart to, can do it. So it's to show that really if you put in the effort, if you make something a goal and you put in the work to achieve it, then it's possible.
You bet guess 5 minutes, you've done 60 carbs per hour. So wait, Phil, we're doing an hour blocks for you. So you're at 60 for the hour and we're at 25 minutes.
60 foot out of 25. So I've got tons of time. I've got
35 minutes to your 20. I'm saying, are you hungry now?
Nah, it's good. Where's that sandwich? I'll just take a quick bite. It's not in my hand. You good?
They're not strangled him.
Thank you. I'm so cold.
One time we went up here.
Let's go.
Mr. Season. Oh, hey, Mel. That's alright. Oh, my feet are cut. Oh, yeah. We've got the thicker period. I will.
You want the thicker?
Yeah. It's all good. Wow.
I'm going to get it done. Like, my prediction is 14 hours, but if it takes me like 16, 18, a whole day to do, like, I'm getting it done. Like, literally, it's already in my head. Like, I've done it in my head. It's just actually doing the task itself.
Feet are so sore. Mind's still in it. Body a bit sore, but yeah, we'll get it done.
The long-term consequences could be stress injury, stress fracture, tendinopathy, but it could also take a toll on the nervous system. Not like a glandular fever or something like that, but it could result in some neural fatigue.
Pull it. Left or right? Left. Yeah, lie down on your side. Oh, my feet. Wait, Addie, what socks do I have left? Can you just,
do you have any like calf compressions or anything like that?
You want tubey grip?
No, I don't.
You want tubey grip?
Oh. Hey, kid, you up? Hey, Phil. Hey, mate.
How long you been out for, right? Maybe it's I've been down 2 minutes.
So if you're ready to run,
We'll probably get up to it. Yeah. I can get this.
they give a couple minutes we can as well.
Easy.
Did a left one, real quick.
Right,
I've got that. I've got these chocolate on the screen, man.
Oh, hello, big boy.
Hey, mate.
Better late than never, right?
Thanks so much for coming.
Good. What a legend, brother.
Oh, good. Okay, let's do
How
it.
on your tummy to start with, man? How you feeling? What's going on?
That's my left hamstring's playing up.
Left hammy?
Yeah.
Righto.
I'm trying to do like a lat, like full lat. Sometimes like, oh.
In through there. Just breathe it. Come on. Sorry, buddy.
Feeling it for you, Phil.
I'll kiss him afterwards. I'll make a shit of you, know? You're right with that. Leg? Sorry, dude. This one you're gonna have. I'm gonna just check your hip as well. This one's
change socks. Is that alright?
Well, I don't fucking hear it.
Yeah, cool.
Bro. It's that on the fight. I don't give a fuck, it's yours, me. Oh. Bloody hell. Right.
Can we get in the bin?
Oh. Right.
Can you bin?
Keep going, boy.
Keep going.
Get on the ground. Who's got the hoodie? There it is. Thank you. Off it.
You know, over the period of getting to know Phil, it's almost like he's taken pain and adversity to challenge himself to grow and be the better version of himself. So he's changed from that victim mindset and why me to accepting the challenge laid forward and becoming a better person and a stronger person for it.
Yes, dude.
No, thank you so much. Honestly, like, that'd have been flipping brutal if I hadn't had you guys in. Thank you. Nice to meet you, bro, and yeah, just all you guys here. Just thank you so much. Just unreal. Like, it's just a team effort and bringing everyone out for an awesome cause. So, thank you so much.
Yeah, Phil.
Nice, bro. Unreal.
Oh.
You're unreal. Good stuff.
I'm on the Big Mac. I'm
on my bed.
Holy heck.
G'day everyone. Woke up about 2 hours ago and I think this is gonna be me for the whole day, like bedridden, just as like some shit. These taste amazing, like I can't explain. Like I'm only gonna run 100 kilometers more often so I can get this at the end, but thank you so much for the support. Like I've not even fully processed everything that's happened. I'm like so sore. I don't think I've been like this sore like ever. Like physically, body was so broken. Mentally, I was like dead towards the end. I felt like my hamstring was going to tear off the bone. But thank you so much for the donation, the love, support.
How's recovery gone? Yeah, well, the first like 2 weeks, I was like pretty crippled, quite fatigued. And then once the fatigue died down, I found that I had a stress fracture in my foot. Could have been worse, to be fair. but probably down to having the amount of steps I took that day. Up until 30 kilometres, my body was actually quite fine, a bit sore in my feet. But then onwards from there, started going downhill, and by kilometre 60, I was pretty ruined physically. I had to walk a few because I was in a lot of pain. Mentally, I actually felt really good. Emotionally, I felt really good up until maybe kilometre 95, where I was thinking, this is really, really tough now. Like, my body already kind of gave up around 60 kilometres. I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, as long as my mind's still in it, I'm happy with that. Very glad it's all over out in the nicest way, but I also do miss it as well. I knew I would miss it, and I definitely tried to be present and enjoy the moment while in this stressful environment. If I knew I'd reflect that like I'm doing now and be like, damn, what an awesome time. And I think that about a lot of things. I always say to my people, or say to myself, what a cool story to be told running 100Ks and bringing so many people on board for a great cause. So I had the privilege of meeting Sir John Kirwan, the founder of the Mitey charity. I had the privilege to go inside to one of the Mitey schools where they talk and teach about the learnings and lessons about mental health and well-being, and got to see firsthand how the Mitey system and fundamentals get put into the schooling system. And it was super beneficial for me to see what was going on and see the hard work be put into action, see where the money's actually going. And it's given me a lot of reassurance behind that, knowing that the money is going to a really good place. Actually seeing the work that's being done inside the school, I feel super confident knowing that our mental health in New Zealand has a great future. Morning, mate. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for doing that, man. That was awesome.
Oh, cheers, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you, JK, for that of inspiration and insight. I remember back in year 10, I read your book, All Blacks Don't Cry.
Oh, yeah.
Super good, man. You obviously started off that trend of talking about mental health. What sort of advice or insight could you give to either my young generation that they could add to their routine or daily lives to keep their mental state in check? 'Cause it's pretty chaotic right now, right?
There's a couple of things that I talk about when I was on my journey. I didn't accept my illness.
Yeah.
So I'd fight it. And that's where all my energy went, right? And I was too scared to accept it because I also had suicidal ruminations. So I was really scared. But, the psychiatrist said to me, accept it, but never give up. And so that was a great balance for me. And then another thing she said to me is learn about it, So I took some knowledge rather than thinking, this is a weakness, because there's three things I talk about. It takes away self-esteem, takes away self-confidence, takes away your enjoyment of life. But you don't think that that's the illness. You just think it's you. So I think once I sort of understood it a wee bit more, and then I just started working on, looking after myself every day from a mental health point of view. And I do that every single day. I live by the 6 pillars. So chill, do, move, connect, enjoy, and celebrate. I do those things every single day. And I just think, like anything, especially for our youngsters, if you're studying something to be a, photographer or a video person or a lawyer, study your mental health and how you look after yourself like you would for your physical health. And I just want to thank you too, my brother, for being a crazy man and running 100Ks. I really appreciate what you did, mate. Yeah, and I'm pleased you didn't ask me to come and run with you.
I think the other thing that Mitey's doing is that it's equipping our young people with the skills to safeguard and nurture their own well-being, but also to help their friends do the same. So, we hear from our principals and from our teachers that you can feel it when you walk in the gates of a Mitey school, that the way that the students interact with each other, because they've now got the tools, they've now got the language, they know how to seek help when they need it, they know how to keep their eyes out on others. You really feel it when you walk through the gate.
I think you can take so much away from this documentary. People are willing to suffer with you. There are people that do want to help you, and I think we've probably all been in places in our life where we feel alone, and it's known that there genuinely is people out there that just want to be by your side and comfort you and make sure you are okay. Doing something extremely hard, and how it's super rewarding to complete, knowing that you can put your body and mind through that, be okay. Your body is an absolute machine, and if you want to go there mentally, you can get to the other side and complete what you set out to do.
leaving a world like better place than you found it and doing something bigger than yourself definitely probably helps out with the mental space a lot.
One of the key pillars is gratitude, and when you give to others, you do get a lot back in return. My biggest fear is that our stats aren't getting better. So, I felt a real responsibility to try and do something different and look at it differently. And Mitey's it's really amazing what's happening. And passing the banner to people like yourself, who want to openly talk about it and then do things positively. I think purpose is fundamental. You got to get out of bed in the morning, and that might be something small, When I was really unwell, I just got out of bed, and that was a real thing for me at the time, and got on with my day when I didn't feel like it. So purpose and things like that is important.
We started in 4 schools in 2021. At the end of 2025, we're in 270 schools. I need to get the latest figures on that, but yeah, Auckland was where we started, and then we had a school start with us in Southland in Winton, sort of stretched out to Invercargill. And then we spread our wings into Wellington, the Waikato, Hawke's Bay, we're in the Bay of Plenty, now we're down here in Dunedin as well. So our aim is to get across the country into all different areas.
What I'm most proud of is everyone and everything just coming together for a great cause and helping me achieve something, and honestly them having their part on the whole journey and process as well. Like honestly, if I didn't have every single one there, just don't think I would have got where I wanted to go with this whole goal and fundraising objective as well. I think everyone just played an awesome role and did their part on the day and during that whole process. That's what I'm really proud about, just everyone coming together for a great cause.
I was a anxious child, what you would call now social anxiety, and didn't really address it. I always remember going on a school camp and getting homesick. They called it homesickness, but it was probably anxiety and stuff. And then I didn't really have a lot of consciousness about it. I just sort of carried on. I'd have these little moments, and then I go back to relative normal. And then when I became an All Black, they just magnified. I was looking for the reason why, and that was a mistake, because I was looking for the reason why when it just is. And once I just thought, okay, it is what it is, then I started understanding and working on it. There was a crucial moment. I had suicidal ruminations. I wanted to jump out of a window one night, and the guy lying next to me, Michael Jones, said, "You've got a good heart, JK." And he didn't know it at the time, but it saved my life. That's a scary, scary place to be, and I don't ever want to go back there.
No.
But it was a turning point for me as well. I think I now need to get some help. And there's help out there. You got to keep looking sometimes. Sometimes you don't connect, but the help's out there in different forms.
I wouldn't change much. I think it went really well. Just a few things like my training, perhaps just train for a few more months, get my nutrition a bit more spot on, like my salt so I don't cramp, and just a bit more marking behind it. What's next for me is just taking a longer break. Like I actually really enjoyed the break, and I think I definitely deserve one. And I think it's just nice to take a break from running after just pushing myself during that training period. So I think just enjoying it, not rushing, and I like to change things up and challenge myself in different ways. Maybe an Ironman, who knows, maybe another running event. I'm someone who's quite competitive, so perhaps I'll try and do the 100Ks faster time next year. But I'm just really enjoying the moment and enjoying where I'm at, and I'm quite happy with that.
I wrote on the front of my book, hope, and I think that's kept me alive at times, is that hope I will get better, this is going to change, I can learn about it. I think the acceptance was also important, just accept it, and once you accept it, you start working on it.
That's cool, brother.
Cool, brother. Thank you, mate.
You're a legend, brother.
Gonna be the man that's going home with you.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna be the lad. It's a long weekend. I don't need it though. Yeah, I know I'm gonna be. I will walk 500 miles. I will walk 500 more.